So I'm making the cake now. As you can see, I've already baked my cake. This is a 6 by 10 inch tray cake that I've made. It's about 2 inches deep or so. And just to get this top bit here, I just popped a plate on and cut round it. So that's all I've done. On the other cake, which I'll just show you, this is the ugly one, the one that's sort of spilt over a bit. Those are the edges from the other cake. What we're going to do is we're going to cut the arm type things. So all you need to do, these are completely cool, by the way. So make sure that your cakes are absolutely cold. Okay, so I'm just going to remove that part. So now that I've got a straight edge to start from, and I need two the same width. So you can eyeball it, you don't need to be absolutely exact. As you can probably guess, this cake is not to scale. And then I think that's about the same. And I think this second one is slightly bigger, but not so much bigger that I'm actually going to bother changing it. So these are going to be my two arm type things, and then we have to make these like triangle-y bits at the bottom. I'm not techie, so I don't really know what they're called. I suppose like feet type things. So we're just going to cut in a little bit, just a tiny little bit, and then cut out the little triangle. Kind of like that. You can't see very well, but I'll show you in a bit. So these are my little arm / leg things, and I'm just going to transfer them onto my board. The board, by the way, is a 14-inch square board. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, that's the top, and this is the bottom, and then we have to make like an extra leg to go here, foot, whatever you call it. Okay, so I've just made that very simply. It's kind of like a triangular shape, and it's not perfect, but it will do. So now I'm going to cover the whole lot in buttercream. I've made quite a loose buttercream here, and I've used margarine instead of butter. And then I'm just going to put it all over the top here, and then it's going to go into the freezer. I've now coated it in buttercream, as you can see. It's going to take you about 10 minutes, or at least it did for me. So now I'm going to pop it into the freezer for about 15 minutes so that the buttercream firms up. You need to make sure that you've kneaded this really well. I've been kneading it for about 3 minutes or so, so it's nice and warm and soft. There's about 750 grams here. I've used 1.5 packets. Okay, so the way you can tell really easily is if you can pull it like this and it stretches, then it's ready. If you pull it and it just snaps straight away, it's not ready yet. Okay, so I'm going to roll it out now. I've just taken my cake out of the freezer. And you just need to make sure that you keep moving it, because otherwise it sticks. Right, this is now ready. It's really big. It's just stuck a little bit, so I'm just gently moving it to work it up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's now ready. My cake is out of the freezer, so we just put this to one side. I'm just going to pop this here and roll that over. Okay, so you probably won't be able to see all this, but I'm just going to pop this on the cake. Okay, so there it is. And you just need to smooth it down with your hands, and you need to work quite quickly. So we're just going to pat this down and we'll do the detail in a bit. This allows us to cut off our excess pretty quickly. I've got some excess here, so I'm just going to cut that bit off. I've got a smoother here, a fondant smoother. And we're just going to smooth it out. You can pick these up very inexpensively. I think I paid maybe £1 or £2. There we go. Sorry, it lost focus there. So, that's the top. And just to get the sides, just pull out, smooth down and push. So just pull out, smooth down and push. If you've got long nails, don't be tempted to try and get right in there and you'll end up poking a hole. So make sure that you're using the pads of your fingers. So I'm just going to do this all the way around. Okay, so I've input these lines now, don't know if you can see. Literally all I'm using is a skewer. So all you do is you put it on and you press. You don't press too hard, you're not trying to cut into it, you're just trying to make an indentation, and there you go, you get your lines. So I've done the arms, I've done the line across the top for the body to the head, I've done some little ones across the bottom for the feet, and then just some decorative ones on the body. So that's what those are for, and they're completely optional, you don't have to do it, but I'm going to. Okay, so that's all you need the skewer for. So that's ready. Now I'm going to do the blue parts. So you can see here on top of my board I've got a piece of paper that I've done some markings on. They're just sort of sketches to give me an idea when I'm cutting out the fondant. This is just blue fondant, pre-coloured. I've got a piece of baking paper that I'm just going to pop over the top, and it's going to mean that I can see my markings through and I can cut them. So you just need to knead it, and then we're going to roll it out and we're going to start with our cutting. So just so to talk you through really quickly, there are these like arrow things near the top of his body and a blue line, so that's that. There's like, I don't know what they are, maybe like plug sockets or something that go in the middle of his body, so that's that. This is just for the side, this is for the top, for like the head there's like these bits, I don't know what they are. And then there's this that's got an eye, it looks like an eye, maybe a camera, so that's what that's for. And then there's just like a long thin line that's right at the bottom of the, where the head part joins the body part. Okay, so I've cut out loads of bits, which probably won't make that much sense to you right now. But basically, this is what they are. These two are the like line arrows across the top, and that's the one that goes above it. These are for the bottom of the head part. This is for the camera eyeball part. These are for the centre of the body. I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to do the bottom blue line. I might not. Now I'm going to pull over the cake, and we're just going to stick the fondant down with a little bit of water and a paintbrush. So this is the cake now that I've stuck all the pieces on. You can kind of see where everything went now. The only thing that I didn't show you when I was cutting out were these small black lines. The eye, which is literally, sorry, the camera, which is just a ball that I just squished until it was flat. And then these three parts at the top, just because he has those on the movie. So this is the cake. Sorry I didn't go into that much detail, but I just wanted it to kind of be an overview. I hope you give it a go. It really isn't actually that difficult. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it.